Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the South Campus Show. You know, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I've always had a fascination with demolition derby. You know, those cars race around, they bump into each other. The closest I came to that was at the state fair when I was as a kid, in that bumper car thing, you know, running around, crashing. I loved it. Never did it. Then all of a sudden I'm not driving, it's too late, right? But what I did is I thought demolition derby. I Googled for Victoria, Minnesota, and came up with a guy who just happens to be almost in the demolition derby Hall of Fame. Retired now from demolition derby, but going about his life, and I was fascinated. So, and I find out this guy, of all people, is on our Perry staff team here at St. Victoria, Daryl Schmig. So Daryl, come on in. I'd like to find out more about demolition derby. Tell me about your demolition derby career. How did you get started? What in the world got in your mind and said, I want to go crash cars?
I don't even know how I started. I used to go watch them at the Carver County Fair, and I loved it. And then when I was in my 20s and stupid, I decided I'd go do it.
Okay. Are you saying people in their 20s are stupid? No, you were stupid.
I was stupid in my 20s.
Okay. And you gave it a try. So where was the track?
In Waconia at the fairgrounds.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it's not a big track. They put 16 cars in at a heat. There's 4 heats. And they take the top 4 cars per heat. They go to the championship, and then anybody else that can get it running again go into the consolation.
Wow. So kind of a process of elimination. Mm-hmm. What determines if you're in or out?
If you can get running to get in the consolation. If you're in the championship, the top 4 cars, if you're running, the top 4 cars go.
Okay, so to qualify, that's the question. You just need to keep your car running?
Yep.
All right. What if there's more than 4 cars running?
They go till there's just 4 cars.
Okay.
And they take them to the championship.
Okay. So really the goal is to kind of take out another car.
Yes.
So it doesn't run.
Yep.
Wow. That can get interesting, I'm sure. Wheels come off, or what? How's that?
No, wheels are good. Radiator blows. But you prep the car for safety. I mean, there's no glass in it. You take the gas tank out and you put it in the back seat, so it's right next to you, so you can catch on fire if something happens. And
catch on fire? That doesn't sound good, But
no.
Wow, it's a wild sport. You don't hear a lot about it. Are they still doing it?
Yeah, I think it's limited now. I haven't done it since '95.
Okay.
And I did it 3 times, and back then they'd do it for 2 nights, and they'd pack the stands with people to watch it. But now I think nobody can find the cars anymore to do it with.
Okay, all right. Running out of cars, but very interesting. But it's, I wonder if there's a sport comparable that's taking its place. NFL football, I don't know. They keep playing till someone goes down. But for demolition derby, so tell me about the most interesting thing that ever happened to you competing in demolition derby.
The first time I did it, you're not supposed to hit people in the driver's door. I got hit in the driver's door, and I was like, I can't move my arm. And there's a hunk of metal sticking in my arm, and I was wedged on the seatbelt. And then I had to take my seatbelt off quick, pull my arm off the hunk of metal, and then I freed my arm.
That sounds fairly dangerous. Did you ever get hurt doing it?
No, not really, no.
Okay, this is pre-airbag day, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'd make a makeshift neck brace, and you're always driving backwards to hit them. Oh. So I just put my head up against the seat rest when I knew I was going to hit somebody.
Huh. This is a very interesting sport. Fascinating, huh?
Yeah, I could have used you on it. You could have been my co-pilot. Because you could have gave me a confession right there for the bad thoughts I was thinking about the other drivers.
Absolutely, and I'd be probably too scared to get the words out, Oh my gosh! But I'll tell you what, Daryl, if I had known that from the beginning, I'm not sure I would have hired you. I think this guy's crazy, but on the other hand, it's real strength.
No.
You can take on anything. You've done demolition derby. You can nothing else scared you at all? Like, bring it
Yeah,
on.
the control is after the demo. When you're out on regular roads, oh my gosh, you're just like, oh, you're done. You're going to just run into somebody.
So it's actually, you're telling me you're more scared in a freeway traffic jam than a demolition derby? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I wasn't. I mean, the first time I did it, I was petrified. I was like, what am I doing out here? And then I get that first hit in, and then it's all, adrenaline.
Okay. You know what, I was going to say it's got to be an adrenaline rush and so on. Sometimes I do things that are kind of crazy that give me an adrenaline rush. Maybe that's what we have in common, Daryl.
Yeah, the biggest rush was when my last time doing it,
Yeah.
I took consolation champ, one step ahead of participation trophy, so.
Okay, let me see that guy. That is awesome. Daryl, you're almost, except for marrying your lovely wife, training your kids. This could be the pinnacle of your life right here. This demolition derby.
Well, that's
trophy.
sad.
That's awesome.
Well, no, I'd love to do it, and Brennan, my son, talks about it all the time.
Yeah,
He goes,
yeah.
"Oh, we got to do that when I get to that age."
Wow.
And I'm like, well,
Do you have any filmed coverage of this?
I do actually. I have 2 years.
Wow.
2 of the 3. I only did 3 times.
Something to show your kids, your grandkids,
Mm-hmm.
the Perrys, maybe some Sunday morning. No, whatever. Oh my gosh. Well, Daryl, you.
Oh, Mr. Smee, can I get your autograph, sir? To John.
To John.
Oh, this is great.
Already,
Really?
Daryl, as you can see, is a celebrity. Word will be out. The demolition guys. Have to come up with your nickname, Daryl. But thanks for working with us and giving it the demolition derby extra effort. And you and I have that in common, the adrenaline rush. And mine is right before Sunday Mass. I'm ready to go. And you just bring the same all in spirit.
I know I wreck enough stuff around here, so it's,
Fix it. Thanks, Daryl, for coming and telling us about a sport that is sort of an endangered species, but maybe around yet.
Okay, as long as you have time and we're in the confessional.
We actually are. But hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Father Bob and Demolition Derby Hall of Famer Daryl Schmid. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.